Chaos in Kabul.
Nope. No. False. Incorrect. This is how long it takes the mainstream media news to start lying to you. Literally like 5 seconds into the news report, start lying to you straight away. You know? Listen to what this lady's about to say about the video you're watching, and then I'm going to show you something, okay?
Many Afghans, fearing for their lives, wanted to flee.
So, according to the mainstream media lady, all right, the video you're watching now are thousands of Afghans scared for their lives trying to flee Afghanistan. And how are they doing that? Well, they're jogging next to a plane. So just run that through your mind. They're jogging next to a plane. First of all, right, if they're scared for their lives, this group of Afghans jogging next to a plane, right, which is a very hard way to get from Afghanistan to the United Kingdom, for example. Like, how many times have you looked at an aircraft about to take off and thought, if I just jogged next to those wheels as it prepares to take off, I'm pretty sure I might end up in Benidorm. Right? But besides that, okay, so the pitch to you from Sky News is these are Afghans running from the Taliban, scared out of their lives, and they're so scared and they're so panicked that they're running next to an aircraft. Okay? Well, if that's the case, what's this guy doing?
Chaos in Kabul.
Oh, yes, that guy is absolutely himself, isn't he? That guy's scared and is running for his life. Is that what you're telling me? And the rest of these people are attempting to escape by going to the airport and jogging next to an aeroplane. Nothing you see on the news is real, okay? It's all just made up, ridiculous images designed to make you be like, oh, wow, that's absolutely crazy what's going on there. There's some people sitting on an aeroplane. How does that happen? They're literally sitting on the aeroplane as it moves, and it's supposed to be a military aircraft. Do you think that's how it works? You think you just stroll up and sit on a military aircraft, and then it just goes at like 5 miles an hour while you sit on it, and the military just allow you to do this? You think that's how it works? Really?
The UK offered some who'd worked with them the chance to move to Britain to avoid Taliban reprisals, but an official involved with the scheme accidentally sent an email with a list of almost 20,000 applicants to addresses outside a secure government network.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, absolutely not. That's not what they did. This whole thing, in my opinion, is a complete and utter fabrication. You honestly think, okay, I've got here, just on my email, I work for the government, I've just got an email here with an attachment. List of 20,000 people in Afghanistan that have helped the British government. And do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hit forward, okay? And I'm just going to send this to info@blockbustervideo.com. Oh, no! Oh, what have I done? Really? Really? That's what you think has happened, really? Really? Oh, what do they send it to? www.taliban.org. Oh, no! Oh, rats. Right. Nonsense. Okay? Now, there's 100,000 Afghans that we have to move to this country. And not only that, it's going to cost you £7 billion. And, you know, this whole story is designed to get a panicked, angry reaction out of you, all right? Whether you're on the right or the left. But what they want you to do, and all the bought and paid for right-wing media voices on Twitter and everywhere else are like, this is absolutely disgusting. Oh, millions of Afghans, here they come, and it's cost us all this money. It's an outrage. It's designed to get you annoyed, to get you angry, to get you frustrated. That's the point, and all this stuff is completely made up. Of course, they're bringing as many people from Afghanistan as they can into this country, and as many people from Somalia as they can get their hands on into this country. Anyone who can't speak English, who's got no hope of having a job, ideally they'd be a radical Islamist. Ideally, they'd follow a religion that goes against all the standards and principles that have made this country what it is. Absolutely, that's the ideal person that your government wants to grab. Oh, in an ideal world, they'd be a dangerous criminal, serial sex offender with no English that's also involved in radical Islam terror groups. Get them in! Get 100,000 of them in! Get them hanging around the city centres. Get them wearing motorcycle helmets in McDonald's while you queue up for your food, while you press a screen in a prison-rate grey restaurant. You know, this is the absolute dream of every government in Europe, okay? I'm not disputing that this is happening. I'm not disputing that your government is trying as hard as it can to completely change the demographics of this country. I'm not suggesting that that's not happening. What I am suggesting is that it isn't all some big whoopsie-daisy. It's happening on purpose. They're destabilizing this country on purpose. They are taking your tax money and wasting it on purpose. They are bankrupting the country on purpose. They are making the country unstable on purpose. They are lying to you on the news on purpose. They are trying to get you all worked up and panicked on the news on purpose. What you are witnessing, every single government from government to government, they're all part of the same organization with the same plan. Make this country worse. Make the people poorer. Make them more afraid. Make them more reliant on the government in every single way, while the government makes the country worse in every single way that they can. That's why you're poorer. That's why you're fatter. That's why you're more afraid. That's why your children can't play in the street anymore. It's not some big whoopsie-daisy. I just sent an incredibly sensitive list of 20,000 people who could be killed to www.taliban.com. That's not what's happening. It's not an accident. All right? And what people really need to get their head around, okay? And this will really help you take a giant shift in your mentality. I want you to move away from, oh, these people are incompetent, they're such idiots, to these people are deliberately ruining this country. And they're deliberately ruining this country for a reason. They're deliberately ruining this country so that when you become so desperate, so scared, so lonely, so afraid, so broke, so waiting for a hospital bed for 6 years while you die of cancer, so desperate, that when they offer you the solution to all of this, most people will just be like, yes, please. Bring in the digital ID control grid. Bring in the Antichrist. Bring in the mark of the beast. Bring in the horrible, horrible things that they've got planned for you. And by the way, when the Antichrist shows up, he will come and he will bring peace and unity, and it will seem like this guy has completely fixed the world. But it's going to be false, okay? And that's who you're looking out for, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's coming next. The Bible says all the countries in the world will line up against Israel. You're seeing that in all your town centers. Free Palestine. Bob Villan and the rest of it. All right? And I just want you to know that none of this is on accident. Okay? If you take one thing away from this video, I want you to stop looking at governments and the things that they do. Because if you look at them and you find yourself going, I can't believe, oh, they're so incompetent. No, they're not. I can't believe that they've done this. They've made a £7 billion mistake, and not only have they wasted £7 billion, but it means that 150,000 Afghanistanis have to come and live in this country. I can't believe they're that bad at their job. They're not. They're not. They're not. That's what you would do if you were trying to destroy the country, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're not incompetent, ladies and gentlemen. They're doing what they're very good at, government to government, year upon year, time and time again, they're ruining things on purpose. They've done it to comedy, they've done it to music, they've done it to food, they've done it to the air, they've done it to the water. They're doing it to everything. And they're not doing it by accident. Okay? Remember that. Let me tell you why it's important to remember that. Okay? Because while you are still looking to these politicians and these celebrities and all these other world leaders as the people who are going to save you, while you're looking at them thinking, well, if we could just get some competent people in there, the country would come back to its former glory, all the time missing the fact that these people are ruining it on purpose. And if we want the country to get back to its former glory, we have to stop looking to these politicians, stop looking to these celebrities, stop looking to the mainstream media. We have to start looking to God. Okay? Turn back to what made this country great. God, who made thee mighty, make thee mightier yet.